Welcome, welcome. As everyone comes on, you'll just notice that we do have a list of our full collection here. So the two newest being in Asia. So if you need anything in Kyoto or Bangkok, these are new hotels. Dusitani Kyoto is brand new, and the one in Bangkok was a hotel back in the 70s and 80s in its heyday, and they ended up knocking it down and building a brand new hotel that just opened in September. So really beautiful. But for any of these properties, we can be your easy button. We definitely just want to be known as a wonderful collection of independently owned properties. So any of these that you might be interested in or need more information on, just shoot us an email and I can get more information over to you. So thank you for logging on. We'll wait just about one more minute and get started with today's webinar. All right. Awesome. Well, hopefully everyone can hear me okay. I'm Natalie Payne. I'm the VP of Sales for Calliope Collective, and we are a luxury sales representation company that started 3 years ago and are up to all of these amazing hotels that really, I think you'll see as you learn more about our collection, complement each other. They are all very unique to their destination. And today we're trying to have a little bit of fun with our themes for our webinars. So today, if I can get mine to move forward, here we go. The theme is Untamed and Unplugged, the Call of the Wild. So we picked out different hotels in our collection that really have a lot to offer as far as activities, adventure, nature. Some of them I think you'll be really surprised, and maybe you didn't think that, they might have everything that they have. But sometimes when you think about these types of trips, it's more Africa or, kind of crazy far off places. And we really have so many amazing properties close to home in Costa Rica, in Italy, even, I don't think you'll think of that, but with what Carlotta is offering and telling us about today, I think you'll be really surprised. So we're so glad you're here, and we're going to get started with Sea Island Resort, which is a phenomenal resort in Georgia. And we have Paravon and Megan Matthews joining us today. So Para, I'll let you take it away. Let me give you control and we'll go ahead and get started.
Much, Natalie.
It's all yours.
We are a private gated resort.
Oh, Para, your sound is really going in and out.
Yeah, is that let's see, 1, 2, 3.
That's a little better. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to Sea Island, we're a private gated island and a 4-5-star resort between the coast of Georgia, between the Atlantic Ocean and our Black Banks River. If you can see it now, not better on sound.
It's not. It's not. I'm wondering if Megan can.
Yeah, I don't think it's coming through.
Yours is working fine, Megan, if you want to go forward, and I can control
switch
it.
the control.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. All right, you should have it, Megan.
Thank you. Okay, so welcome to Sea Island. We are a private resort located off the southeast coast of Georgia with 5 miles of private beach. We really wanted to focus on all the outdoor activities that we offer here at Sea Island and how we can help guests get unplugged and off the grid. It's got a bit of a delay.
I'll just go ahead and take it back over if you don't mind.
Thank you.
I'll keep you moving. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're a 5-star resort, but we're one of the only resorts in the country that also has its own 5,800-acre sporting club, which is called Broadfield, that we'll touch on later. And we love to provide numbers. Para, especially, she loves her numbers. So here's just kind of an overview of some of the things we've accomplished within the last year. So we've probably shot about 500,000 clay pigeons from our shooting school, which I'll touch on later. Our captains, who are very well versed in all things the waterways here, probably hosted about 3,000 fishing trips last year. And in terms of sea turtles, we are one of the largest nesting grounds for sea turtles on the East Coast. So we have a large sea turtle conservation project that we maintain every year as well. 28 resident animals that live here on property, including Scout. You'll see there, he's our Eurasian eagle owl. 5 miles of private beach, as I mentioned, 4 dedicated naturalists, and 3 master falconers for all of those outdoor activities. The island does feature some of the best fishing in the southeast that can be experienced year-round. Our fleet of boats allow us to offer guests a multitude of trips, including fishing within the river on an inshore fishing excursion or traveling up to 3 miles near shore in one of our contenders. Guests can even try their hand at fly fishing. So if you've got someone who's interested in that, we can offer that for them here. Best part of these trips is going to be your captain. So each one is super well versed in the waterways and what's the season. A lot of them have grown up here, so they know these waters like the back of their hand, and they can take it to the best fishing spots they know. Just don't tell anybody because it's their secret. While most of our fishing is catch and release, if you do catch something of legal size, our captains will work with our chefs to prepare this for you in one of our restaurants that we call a hook, line, and supper offering. One of my personal favorite offerings at Sea Island is our falconry program. There are not many resorts in the U.S. that feature falconry, so we consider it one of our hidden gems. We have 10 resident birds that live at Sea Island, and there's something for the whole family within our offerings. So story time with Scout, which you'll see here kind of in the middle, is perfect for kids as an introduction to large birds. They don't have to get too close if they don't want to. But then we have the Hawk Walk, which is essentially fully immersive. It allows guests to have one of our Harris hawks. My favorite one is, his name is Mikey. And he'll land on your gloved hand. You can take photos, you can feed him, you can pet him. So it's, like I said, really immersive experience for that. They're also just a part of our everyday life. So you'll often see Paige, our master falconer, walking Scout around the lobby just to say hello to guests and take photos with him. So it's really special. Sea Island's shooting school is one of our oldest offerings here. The building itself is one of the only remaining structures from our original opening in 1928. So you're truly stepping into history when you visit. Just like falconry, we offer a variety of experiences for all ages. So kids can learn beginner's archery or air rifle, and adults can learn a new skill like skeet shooting or just brush up on their skills with a practice session. We even have a ladies only hour dedicated to the Annie Oakleys within. And I've had everyone from a little kid all the way up to a group of 6 ladies tell me that the shooting school has quickly become one of their favorite activities here at Sea Island.
It's weight driven, right?
Yes, it's going to be weight driven. So you have to be 12 years old or 100 pounds to shoot the big guns. An air rifle is right around 5 to 7 years of age. This is Broadfield. So Broadfield is located about 45 minutes to an hour away from Sea Island, our main property. And as I mentioned previously, it's a 5,800 acre sporting club, and it's actually run by a 3rd generation manager here. So our friend Lee down at Broadfield, his father ran it, and so did his grandfather. You can do everything from quail hunts, competitive 5-stand shooting, as well as they have their own hunting dogs that you can work with. They'll do pheasant hunting, quail hunting, as I mentioned, falconry experiences, and they also have a lodge that sleeps up to 18 people and a private chef on site. So he'll prepare anything you catch or shoot, I guess, kill. And so, yeah, it's a great option there as well. We have 2 sporting events that we host annually. One is the Sea Island Seminole Cup. So that's a 5-stand competition that we host there at Broadfield. And then in August, late July, August, we'll have the Sea Island Tarpon Classic, and that is catch and release, but it's a great opportunity to catch, your biggest fish, have your fish story. And of course, you have all these other activities. We've highlighted a handful, but there's so much more to experience at Sea Island. There's over 13 restaurants, and our chefs will often host special dining events and pop-up experiences. We have an amazing Forbes 5-star spa with over 65,000 square feet of wellness space, including 23 treatment rooms, 5,000 square feet fitness center, complete with a Pilates studio, indoor lap pool, and indoor squash courts. You'll see our nature center is home to several native species and touch tanks for guests who immerse themselves in the local wilderness of Sea Island. And those looking to unplug with a tea time have 3 golf courses to choose from, 2 of which host the PGA's RSM Classic every November. So it's really special for us. And we're one of the few resorts in the US where you can still ride a horse on the beach. And one of my favorites we've recently added is an e-foil surfboard out on Rainbow Island. So if you have any thrill seekers, that's a perfect option for them. And I think it'll click one more time.
Yep.
It'll just iterate.
There we go.
There. So again, just highlighting what I just covered. And of course, you've got your must-haves, your pickleball, your state-of-the-art golf performance center. Beach Club has several family pools, a water slide, playground, splash pad, and an arcade as well with free play games. So mix of fun and sun. At Sea Island, you have a number of accommodations to choose from. So the Cloister is our flagship property. It has 265 keys and is going to provide riverside rooms and suites walking distance from the spa and beach club. The Lodge at Sea Island, there in the middle, is a golfer's paradise. So it's surrounded by 2 of those 3 golf courses and is home to our state-of-the-art golf performance center, where locals and touring PGA professionals love to train. They have everything from junior training all the way up to, as I mentioned, those professional trainings. Lodge is much more boutique in feel. It only has 58 keys. Children are, of course, welcome at the Lodge, but we don't host any children's activities there. So it actually lends itself really well to couples, any honeymoons, baby moons, things like that. And then over here on the right is the cottages. So these are unique homes, give guests both the space to spread out and the opportunity to come together. Cottages range in size from 2-bedroom condos to 8-bedroom standalone homes. They'll vary in decor and location. Some are going to be oceanfront and others will be on the marsh side of the island. And all of these options are commissionable to you at 10%. So you can see here, easy to find, hard to leave. We are about an hour and a half in either direction from Jacksonville or Savannah. So it puts us kind of right smack dab in the middle. Brunswick, Golden Isles Airport is about 20 minutes from Sea Island. And it's going to service Delta connecting flights from Atlanta. You know, Atlanta's a big hub. You can get to us. I think you're in the air less than 20 minutes. Guests flying private are going to fly into St. Simons McKinn, which is about 10 minutes from the resort. And of course, we provide transportation to and from all of these with our transportation team in-house. And that is Sea Island in a nutshell. We encourage people to choose their own adventure, whether they stay at the Cloister, the Lodge, the cottages, or the Broadfield. And please feel free to reach out to me directly or reach out to Natalie if you have any questions, and I'll put my contact information in the chat.
Thank you. Thanks, Megan.
Thank
Such
you.
an amazing resort. If you're booking any of the other kind of bigger family resorts in the States that we won't name, but Sea Island and Nemacolin, I can tell you have way more to offer. I've worked for some of the other ones as well. And Megan is on it. She is so quick to respond, and they really do appreciate and value the travel advisor business, as does Nemacolin. So next we will go from the sea to the mountains and kick it over to the other Natalie. And let me give you control. Hopefully our technical issues are behind us. So you should have control now.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So, yay, excited to tell you about Nemacolin. So definitely when we talk about off the beaten path, Farmington, Pennsylvania might not be the first thing that comes to mind, but we are secluded on over 2,200 acres surrounded by the beautiful Allegheny Mountains. So when you're looking for a true retreat, getting away, we are the place to keep in mind. You can kind of see where we're located here. It's about an hour outside of Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh is going to be your main hub, but we do have a private airstrip on property. So we have for small planes, helicopters. There's also 2 regional airports nearby, so a couple options for getting there. But what's really unique about our property is how we truly have a different accommodation for every kind of style and aesthetic. So a little bit of something for everyone. So on the grounds are 3 distinctly different hotels, 40 townhomes, and 9 private estates/homes. So this kind of fun, whimsical map shows kind of how they're spread out throughout the property. So the first property is going to be the Chateau, which is mirrored after the Ritz in Paris. So it's a stunning property that underwent about $250 million of renovations last year. So think opulent chandeliers, gorgeous, stunning lobby, lovely music playing throughout. The rooms themselves have 14-foot high ceilings, very opulent, that Victorian feel with gorgeous new bathrooms, even Dyson hair dryers, butler service to draw your bath at night. And so all of the elevated amenities, but for those who prefer that type of European aesthetic. This is our new lobby bar that we just put in the space, gorgeous windows all throughout, really fun cocktails at night. And then keeping with the theme, we have 18 different dining options on property, but Lautrec is one of our stars. So this is where you can have a 6-course immersive dining experience. So even though you're getting away to the mountains, you can have real fine dining too as one of your options. This is our patisserie for our fun grab and go. And then contrasting that with the Grand Lodge. So this is more of our rustic property where it all began 30 years ago. And so we also underwent about $250 million on this property 2 years ago. And now it's 56 all suites. So you walk in with this big, large lobby, and the rooms are really light, bright, whimsical, fresh. And so here's a kind of a little sampling with different unique marble throughout, big seating areas. So lots of great options for family and couples alike. And then our dining that is in the Grand Lodge, we have Fawn and Fable, which is going to be our signature steakhouse. We have great private dining options, a gorgeous circle bar, library, lots of cozy nooks to go through. Gusto is going to be one of our newest dining options on property. It's our Italian restaurant where we have a huge veranda overlooking the back. We have pasta making classes. We're going to be offering pizza classes too. So really fun and interactive, but great option for everyone to dine. Now, we also have a new evening entertainment called Nightcap, where we have a nightly cabaret show or jazz music playing. So please remember to kick off your night with that. PJ's Ice Cream Parlor, where you can grab a fun treat. We also have a lot of kids amenities, arcade, kids club, kids pool, and all this fun stuff on that wing. So we also have our private estates and homes that can sleep anywhere from 6 to 22 guests. This is Mallards, which is overlooking the lake and can sleep 14. This is another one of my favorites, Dogwood, which can sleep 16, overlooking our golf course. We also have 40 of these 2-bed, 2.5-bath townhomes that are great for pets and family friendly. So, like I said, a little bit of something for every size group and very different aesthetics that you can kind of see throughout. So, the last of our lodging is Falling Rock. So, Frank Lloyd Wright's apprentice helped design this property, 42 rooms and suites that is now adults only. So, if you have clients that are looking for an adults only option, this is the place where you want to send them. Gorgeous infinity edge pools, complimentary happy hours for them in the evening, different activations to really keep them engaged and keep it elevated. All the properties I should mention too now have butler service too to greet you. So the fun reason why to come. So we talk about adventure off the beaten path. So we have over 100 activities we offer, ranging from 8 to 18-hole PTI design golf courses and a state-of-the-art golf academy. We have an incredible spa with 30 treatment rooms and even a holistic healing center where we have everything from cryotherapy, float tanks, Reiki, a Zen garden. We also have the latest Novathor technology. We also have our pet spa, Woodlands or Wooflands, where your pets can also be pampered and have lodging as well. So we have 150 acres of clay shooting. We also have fly fishing on property. 20 miles of Jeep off-roading experiences, 10 miles of equestrian trail riding. We also have a wildlife sanctuary of rescued animals where you can explore and learn a little bit more about them. We have $50 million private art collection, classes ranging from toddlers to adults. And then at Christmas, or the holiday season, I should say, we have a $10 million winter wonderland village called the Hardy Village, where you can see our elves perform and have lots of fun treats throughout. Dog sledding, winter sports all throughout. We have our skiing, tubing, snowshoeing. We even have zip lining. We have a ropes course. We have our new indoor Ninja Warrior gym. I mean, I could go on and on, but there is really a lot to do. Everything from bowling, axe throwing, and a casino on property. So late night, if you want to go there, you have that option too. We have 7 pools on property, some indoor, some outdoor, heated year round, and we'll end here on the peak where we have our lazy river, we have our swim up bar, and we have great live performances all throughout the year. We even had the Beach Boys last year. We've had Train, lots of memorable guests. So hope to have you there soon.
Thank you, Natalie. And they have done an amazing job creating different itineraries that Natalie can follow up with, but 3 and 5 day, just to really make it easy for you to sell to your guests. You know, this is why you're going to fly into Pittsburgh and drive a little bit into the beautiful mountains. But once we can get people there, they get it and just love it. I mean, my kids begged to go back since they were like 9 and 11, and now they're 19 and 21. So really, really something for everyone. Okay, so I know everybody books Italy, and we have a beautiful property that is definitely not Italy 101. It is Untamed, and it is gorgeous in Umbria. And we're very fortunate to have the owner Carlotta with us. Are you here?
Hi, everyone.
Good.
Hi, welcome. So, nothing. I'm very happy to present my estate, which is in my husband's family since many generations, more than 300 years. And this is a private estate in the center of Italy, in Umbria, which is the sister to Tuscany. I mean, we call it the new Tuscany because it is as beautiful and maybe not so much explored and exploited as Tuscany. So this is my family, and we live here in the estate, in the center of the estate, in the castle. So when we got married 20 years ago, we had this enormous land, like 14,000 acres, which is the size of Manhattan, in a private estate, which is something very unique in central Italy, and I would say in all Italy. Is very, very big. So we inherited this amazing place. So we thought we had to do something about it. So these are the three generations of men. My father-in-law, my husband, and my son. And so we wanted to share our love for this beautiful region, beautiful place. These are like family pictures during the Second World War or just after the Second World War. And Domenico, the grandfather, he puts the splendor back in the castle because the castle is of the 11th century, so it's super old. And so he renovated the house. And in fact, Murlo is a very, very old historical place, which you can find on the Vatican maps. This is a shot taken at the Vatican maps, and you can see Murlo right there where Natalie is pointing. And so it's right in the center of Italy. We are like 2 hours from Florence, 2 hours from Rome, and 20 minutes from Perugia, which is really well connected to the UK and Europe. Maybe not the US, but if you have a stop and you can fly to Perugia, it's only 20 minutes away from where we are. And we are like 1 hour from Siena. So basically, if you want to tour Tuscany, you can also stay at Murlo and do it during the day. So there is no need to go to Tuscany to see Tuscany because we are really close. So these are the distances, and we are in a central position in Umbria to visit all that Umbria has to offer also. So as Umbria is small, all the historical medieval towns like on hilltops are really close. Like we're in 20 minutes Perugia, which is the main city in Umbria, Assisi, which is the World UNESCO Heritage with its basilica dedicated to St. Francis, dating back to the 12th century with the frescoes of Giotto, Cimabue. I mean, these historical pieces that you can only visit where you are in Italy are just at like 30 minutes away, and our guests love to do, and we can build an itinerary, etc. So who we are now, we have renovated only 9 to the moment, and we're doing 2 more, but at the moment we have renovated 9 villas, and we have 3 deluxe rooms, more of a hotel style. So every villa spread out in this amazing estate, I mean, amazing big in that sense, has its own like private pool, private spa, like heated door jacuzzis, and to each villa we give the hotel service. This is a map of the estate, so it's very big. We are border with the Antoniola golf course that where we have a privileged green fees. There are 2 entrances at the estate. One is located where the restaurant is, and because we have a restaurant, of course, that is open to public. And then, so we are like a spread out hotel, but with villas and rooms. So every villa has all the comforts of like a hotel room, but a bigger one, all for yourself. This is the old mill of the estate that has been converted into a private luxury spa for 2 guests, with the indoor pool where the river passed for the mill inside the house. So you can, with some stairs, access this indoor pool. So this is a must and is like super sold out all year long for couples. And then you have sauna, you have a hot tub by the stream. And so you can receive, this is the little villa for 2, which is on the torrent, and it's the only villa down in the valley. Well, the other villas are all on hilltops, so they have like wider views, and they are for like 6 guests and 8 guests or until 20 guests. So we give like breakfast deliveries, breakfast with chef, concierge service, we do hotel reservations, and we provide all kind of experiences on site. So you are like in your private villa in this untouched panorama and gorgeous views, but with all the comfort you would find in a hotel. So from the amenities and the service, etc., with your privacy. And still These are all like beautiful images to show you a bit like the variety of the villas. We have tried to keep the historical aspect of how these farmhouses were. So we have renovated them, trying to keep all the natural, all the landscape elements and not to touch. So when you are at Murlo, you are like deep in nature, but it is like it was in the Middle Ages, because we have like kept all the property very authentic, like it was. So it's like being in an old historical farming estate converted into a hotel. So there are villas for every kind of size of groups. And the medium villas, we sell them also for couples. This is, for example, a pool cottage with a jacuzzi. The pools are all infinity, or more or less. This is the villa that is a castle itself, was a castle with a church dating back to the 12th century that we use, that is in the house, is within the house, the main villa, and this is villa rents 20 guests as normal rentals, or also as wedding destinations. This was Athena Calderon, who maybe some of you would know because she's from the US, who had her vow renewals here last year. So we arrange every kind of service from wedding design to anything for our guests. So it's like really, we give all the options. And so here are all the services, shuttle services, spa treatments, and these are the 3 rooms next to the restaurant that are our entry level accommodation, the most economical accommodation you have in the estate. And this is the restaurant. The restaurant is open to public and has 2 floors and a big garden for the summer. And you can have dinner outside, and we are open all year round, so we can welcome guests all year round. And as we are a farm and we love sustainability, we use all our products from the farm. We have our olive oil, 2 varieties that we also sell online. We have our cooking school, where we use our products. So this place in the summer is the center of the estate. There is a shop, there is all the activities, truffle hunting, cooking classes, all the wine tasting, because we do 2 type of wines in the estate. So guests can come and taste our wines. There will be always something happening at the farm. There is a bee experience, then you can ride bikes, you can do wine tasting, ceramic classes, horse riding. There are natural pools at the estate. And we will have a calendar of activities, so guests can come, and then there will be a cooking show, or we show the guests how to make pizza with, and they select the ingredients. So it's a nice thing to do, to gather and have a central place at the estate. Then there is golf course, hot air ballooning. I mean, you can do whatever you want because there is so much to do, and there are so many offerings, and so. This is more or less, I mean, it's difficult to present it in such a short time, but I hope I gave, is it the last slide, this one? I think so. No.
I think, yeah.
Oh, just to show you what is around. And this is the basilica I was talking before with the distances. And so, I mean, Umbria is really maybe not so well known like Tuscany, but it has nothing to envy to Tuscany, because it has so much beauty and so many places to see and so much to do. And this is Murlo is a place, is a family-owned estate. So, and I'm the owner and the GM. So all the hospitality is like being welcomed in our house, in our home, with our traditions and values, and we try to give this sensation to our kind of hospitality, and guests, especially American guests, really appreciate it. So we hope to welcome many guests of yours, and we will do our best for them.
Thank you so much. We had, Kathy said, for Rome and Florence, 2 hours by car or train.
By car, it's 2 hours, and by train, maybe a little bit more, because maybe you have to change a bit. Train, they're not always a direct train, so we would suggest moving by car. Yeah, it's easier. And
when I went, we rented a car, and it's very easy to drive around there and to find parking at Assisi and Perugia, and it was great to have that freedom and flexibility.
Otherwise, you can rely on transfers, and we can arrange everything for you, for the guests.
you know, I think many of you have probably had those clients that are like, I want to stay in a villa in Italy, you know, but they don't want to be in the middle of nowhere. And it's just so wonderful that you have this phenomenal 14,000 acre estate with so many activities and the restaurants. You know, it's the best of both worlds because you really do feel like you're there in the middle of, you know.
Yeah, but also you're very close because as Umbria is small, the closest village is like 10 minutes driving. So, and
Yeah.
if you don't want to do the shopping, we do the shop for you. So, I mean, there are all possibilities for all kind of guests as well.
Yes. Yeah. So please let us know if you have anyone from 2 to 20 and you know, they do buyouts. The overall property will hold 100 people. So it's wonderful for multi-gens as well. So let us know. Thank you, Carlotta. And then I'm going to end it very quickly. I know we're running out of time, but I want to just give you some quick updates on SCP Corcovado Wilderness Lodge. This is in Costa Rica. So we kind of have a wide variety today for you and talk about Unplugged, Untamed and Unplugged. This is definitely it. And they are 100% off the grid, very, very proudly. Have their own water wells, have their own solar fields. So when you're here, like when I was here within an hour, I just thought, how can I make the smallest footprint possible, you know, to leave it just as I found it. So you may not be familiar with the parent company, which is SCP, Soul Community Planet. And they really, the name is the values, you know, it's about nurturing your soul, your inner peace through nature immersion, giving back to the community and the ripple effect that, you know, when you connect with the community that they're in. So they're very much participating in the local schools and the local healthcare. They have actually a clinic on property that is open to the local people, and then giving back to the planet. They're stewards for the planet. They partner with a lot of NGOs to plant trees and kelp forests and reef restoration. So every stay truly does good when you book within SCP. So their newest property is on the Osa Peninsula. It's the Corcovado Wilderness Lodge. And so it's on 189 acres within the 250,000 acre Corcovado Wilderness Park. This is considered a blue zone. It's like such an important zone for the health of our entire planet. It's never been used for agriculture. It's never been forested. So much of this rainforest is considered, you know, just some of the most biodiverse places in the world, really, dating back to like Pangea. There's two ways to arrive. So if you want to drive, if you're already in country and you're kind of driving from San Jose, it's around 2.5, 3 hours down to Sierpe. And from Sierpe, the guides would greet you and you would take a 90-minute boat cruise through the mangrove forest. And then the last 30 minutes would be a boat ride in the ocean to get to the Osa Peninsula. The way that we see the majority of people coming is you fly into San Jose and you fly down to Drake Bay on a Sansa flight, which are the smaller, like 12-passenger inter-Costa Rica flights. And then our guide would greet you at Drake Bay, get you into a boat, and then again, about 30 minutes to the property. So you can only arrive to this property by water. Either way you come, whether you're in country or whether you fly to Drake Bay. We're finding that advisors and clients are pairing this with like the cloud forest, volcano areas, even, you know, Papagayo, if you wanted to kind of go more north and then come about as far south as you can come. So this quick video will just show you, if you are driving down from San Jose to Sierpe, just kind of the scenery that you would see. You're going through little villages with little markets that you can stop at as well. And then you're getting on this 90-minute mangrove boat tour with a guide who is a naturalist. So they're talking about the saltwater alligators and the sloths and all of the different birds that you're going to see. 3 different types of toucans in this area. Who knew there were 3 different types of toucans? When I was there, I saw an 8-foot boa constrictor. I lose a lot of people with that one, but just the wildlife. I mean, it truly is kind of a safari type experience with all the wildlife you're going to see. There's a sloth. So just to speed it up here just a little bit, I wanted you to see the boat. So you have to prepare people because they are going to get their feet wet. So when you're from Drake Bay, when you take the little taxi to get on the boat, roll your pants up, they put all your luggage into a dry bag, and you'll get on the boat. And then when you arrive, there's either golf carts or these tractors waiting for you to take you up to check in. This is Calliope Island, which we'll talk a little bit more about. So here you are, you're greeted with cool towels and local cocktails, usually with cacao. That's a very popular product in this area. They have two beautiful pools. This is more the family pool. And then they have a natural spring-fed adult-only pool. So this is kind of a natural cold plunge down in the forest. Two amazing restaurants. One is the Monkey Bar, kind of in the forest, and you truly in the morning when you're having your coffee often see monkeys and coatis. And then you have Terra Kitchen, which is beautiful, overlooking the ocean. This is a huge whale watching area, so I've been in Terra Kitchen, and you can see the whales right off the shore. Also huge for fishing. So if you have any big fisher ladies, the continental shelf is very quick to drop right off the coast here. So you can catch fish very close, big fish, very close into the shore. They have two different room types. So 30 total accommodations, 20 rainforest villas, and 10 new oceanfront tree houses. So the rainforest villas are going to be great for families. They have king and two queens. They have outdoor showers. A good many of them connect. These are great for like yoga retreats as well, if you have a group of ladies that want to come for a holistic wellness retreat. And then here are the 10 ocean view villas, which we're finding mostly that travel advisors are booking. They built these beautiful pathways above the rainforest floor as to not to disturb the forest floor. But they're very private. They're very romantic. They have the soaking tub and the hammock out on the balcony, and they're truly like a glass box. So on three sides you have glass, and on one side you have canvas. But talk about unplugged. There is Wi-Fi here. Sometimes there are moments of pause, but you can have Wi-Fi here. Again, they're 100% off the grid. Indoor, outdoor showers in these. Really, really beautiful. So the stay is all inclusive because you are there kind of remote. So it does include all your meals. You're just paying for alcohol and specialty drinks. There's complimentary bird watching tours every morning, which are super interesting. Some of the naturalists have over 30 bird calls that they can do. It includes a day trip to Calliope Island snorkeling, which has usually 3 stops. It's a beautiful spot. You can see turtles and sharks and really vibrant coral. And then also a half-day hiking, guided hike through the Corcovado National Park. So all of that is included, including the entry fees for the park. This is Luis. He's one of our top naturalists. They do a phenomenal night hike as well, which is really interesting. There's pumas on property. This is kind of one of the more elusive, the tapir. It's considered like a big 5 to see when you're in Costa Rica. Taking advantage of one of our spa treatments here in his little mud bath. I mentioned that they partner with Oceana, so your clients can become like citizen scientists when they're on property, and Oceana has an actual lab on property that our guests can go into. And if they're into that, we find that, you know, teens and younger kids are really, really into that. This is Calliope Island. It's a whale watching paradise. It's where the northern and southern hemisphere of whales both migrate to. So you can see whales almost year round here. You can actually swim with the whales if you're that adventurous. And just some other on-site activities that you can do with the indigenous local people they've brought in as well. And they definitely have some great wellness weekends. This is their tree experience, which is 9 stories up in this beautiful tree that they estimate is over 500 years old. So you go up, you spend some time in the net, you watch the sunset, and then you rappel down. So it's a very adventurous, but very controlled, very safe. Will definitely help you determine if you are an earth person or a sky person. And then a beautiful spa treatment area as well up on top of one of the mountains. So, you know, when you're here, it truly is a place to unplug. You're one of 60 people that could be on the property if it's even sold out. So, you know, I've been walking on this beach and you're the only person there. You feel like you're on a deserted island. So really, really cool. But you're coming here for wildlife, you're coming here for adventure, for bird watching, and just for the natural beauty and being a part of, you know, preserving the natural beauty as well with the Every State Does Good program. So that is what we have for you guys today. We do have some other upcoming webinars, so definitely look out for those emails and invitations. I don't think we had any other questions that I'm seeing here in the Q&A. Very much appreciate all of our presenters today as well. We'll send a recording of the webinar. We'll also draw, thank you for those of you that actually logged on. And so from the ones that logged on, we'll draw our giveaway, which is to Sea Island Resort. They've put forth a beautiful package, but please follow us on social under the Calliope Collective. You're welcome to repost anything that we post. And please just let us know what you need. We're your easy button. So thank you, everyone. We appreciate your partnership and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, everyone.